My most fond memory as a child, probably as a teenager, would be when my mom and I went to go visit the university that I ended up attending. She had been told by a friend at church that Hampton was a really awesome school, so she made me go at the last minute. So we went, she and I went on a weekend trip, and we visited the school. But the thing that stood out the most to me was when we were on our 9-hour trip together. So it was the first time my mom and I had gone by ourselves that long in the car, and we really got to just talk and kind of, I don't know, I felt like it was the beginning of sort of a friendship between us. I would probably say that her strongest personality qualities are her ability to love people who are difficult to love. My mom is just very patient. She's very extremely loving, and I think she's where I got my big heart from. She's a remarkable person in terms of her faith. Everything that she does and says comes from a place of deep faith. I can't recall a time that I felt that she wasn't speaking from wisdom. Love you, Mom. Happy Mother's Day.
A specific time my mother sacrificed for me was when she doesn't really like to drive the highway, and I had ended up with food poisoning like the first weekend back of school, and my dad had to work the next day, and so I'm like, Mom, you don't have to come, but she drove 2 hours by herself on the highway, which is really shocking. And you can ask about anybody in my family, like, not Michelle, she's not gonna do that 2-hour drive, but she did it anyway. She came from Cleveland, Ohio to Bowling Green State University, all the way to make sure her baby was okay. One thing that nobody else probably knows about my mother, or what she did for me this summer, this was my first summer of a real job. Like, I gotta go to work and be there at a certain time, other than just babysitting from once in a while. I didn't have a car yet. And so I was like, oh my gosh, how am I gonna get to work, Mom? She's like, we'll figure it out. I'll take you to work, we'll figure it out by then. It was like a week before I had to start work. And we were looking at cars, couldn't find a car yet. My dad was like, if we wait 2 weeks, then we can get you a car, something like that. And so she was like, I'll catch the bus to work. I said, wait, you'll do what? No, Mom, you don't have to catch the bus. That's not what you have to do. We'll just drive you to work and then I'll drive back. She was like, no, I'll catch the bus. So she wakes me up that Monday morning and she's like, come on, Raven. I'm like, where we going? She's like, aren't you taking my car today? She drives herself to the bus stop, gets out the car, and hands me her keys. And I'm like, are you really about to do this? And she was like, yeah. So the sacrifice of her letting me use her car, for one, it's her gas, her money. I have not gotten a paycheck yet, but she's still paying to get on the bus, to ride the bus. And it was very remarkable. Like, I would never think that would actually happen, and she did it for probably a week and a half. I love you, Mom. Happy Mother's Day. Thank you for all you do for me.